Today's video, guys, is sponsored by Zero FG Energy, and we are doing a giveaway. Quick note, this is a very aesthetically pleasing can of an energy drink. Like, I don't know why, it's just so nice. But guys, I've teamed up with Zero FG Energy to do a giveaway. You're gonna see right here, this is the page doing a giveaway for 2 free VIP pit pass tickets to the Talladega race in October. You will get full access to pit road, the pit box, and photo ops with Brandon Brown, who Zero FG Energy is sponsoring that weekend. And it is a full VIP treat. I've been a VIP guest at some NASCAR races before. It's an experience you don't want to miss. So we're doing a giveaway. Here's all you have to do. In the description and the pinned comment, there's a link. That's going to take you to this page. Just fill in your email address, first name, last name, and then follow Zero FG on Instagram. That's all you have to do. Then you will be entered into the giveaway, and we will announce a winner shortly. It is so aesthetically pleasing. My goodness. It actually tastes really good. Holy crap. I'm not even kidding. That was the first time I tried this. It actually tastes really good. What the hell? Shout out to Zero FG Energy. They do have 2 actual different energy drinks. They have a sugar option and a sugar-free option. So check them out. And thank you to them for sponsoring the video. Now let's get into it. Well. If you're still awake Sunday night, Monday morning, wait, Saturday night, Sunday morning. See, I'm already tired. Then welcome. How's it going, guys? Hopefully you all are having a good day. Someone has just come into my door. Is that Skywalker? There he is. He's already making the cameo. Look at that. He's right there. What's up, buddy? Hello. I swear he knows when the camera turns on. Incredible. But let's talk about this Bristol race. I wish I could be more positive on it, honestly, but I feel like this is probably gonna be the most negative I've been on a race review in quite a long time. And it's because the standards I hold the Bristol night race to. I mean, overall, I thought it was it was entertaining. It was dramatic. It's a playoff elimination race. But racing wise, I really did not like that. And I'll get into that in a second. First, I want to give a shout out to all the Patreon members, as always, for supporting the channel. You guys are the absolute best. Guys, make sure you subscribe. Comment down below what you thought of the race. And let's get into it. So, first off, I have the point standings, the new point standings actually, in front of me on the phone. I took a picture from my phone when NBC showed it, so it's right here on my phone. But you could see that, basically, Cindric, Suarez, Bowman, and Briscoe get in. Blaney, Bell, Hamlin, Byron, Larson, Chastain, Logano, Elliott also in. Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick, and Kevin Harvick are 3 of the, I guess you could say, surprising eliminations. No disrespect to Austin Dillon, but Austin Dillon was pretty much a shoo-in to get eliminated in round 1. But to have Reddick, Kyle Busch, and Kevin Harvick, all 3 of them getting eliminated, basically, I mean, Kyle Busch didn't finish better than what, like 26th in the 3 races this round, so that was a surprise. Reddick honestly was a surprise, honestly, as well, because that was, I know it was an RCR car, but Tyler Reddick has been pretty strong throughout the majority of the year. But again, I mean, RCR, can you win a championship with RCR? Can you prove it to me that you can do it? Well, the 8 car got eliminated in round 1, so there goes that. But you know, there's multiple different circumstances. Kevin Harvick obviously got eliminated as well because he could not win the race, so those are the guys that get eliminated. Now the race overall was just, I mean, chaotic, and there was a lot of answers that have to be found. Now the next gen car, I'm not going to be too hard on the next gen car because, again, it's a new car, first time at Bristol. I get it. It has the bugs have to be worked out, but the short track thing is still a problem. We could see today that dirty air is just, it's too heavy with short tracks. I don't know why it's only short tracks and road courses and not the intermediate tracks. I really don't understand it. But with the short tracks, the dirty air is too much. However, there was a combination of things I want to talk about today, or tonight, if you guys want to stay awake long enough, or you're watching this in the morning, having a cup of tea or something. There's a few things as to why I did not enjoy tonight's race. Now, some of you guys, well, a lot of you guys will probably disagree with me on this. I still love Bristol as being old Bristol. Now, last year, 2 years ago, it was old Bristol. For the majority of the race, the bottom lane was dominant. And this year, they just went away from that. They were like, nah, let's make the top lane just as good as the bottom and create 2 lanes again. And I was like, why are we doing this? Now, I'm in the minority maybe, or I'm in the majority. I don't know. But I've been steadfast in my opinion with Bristol the whole time. Bristol, to me, is a 1-lane track. It should always be a 1-lane track. It's the only track, this and maybe Martinsville, that should be 1-lane tracks. Everywhere else, yeah, you got multiple lanes. But Bristol and Martinsville should be 1-lane tracks. That's how I grew up with it. That's how it's always been. That's how the best races have ever been with Bristol, is having that single lane dominant style, because that's what creates the bump and run, the beating and banging, the tempers flaring. Like, that is Bristol. What tempers flared did you see today? You didn't see any tempers flared. There was no tempers flared. You know why? Because everyone runs the top, and then everyone runs the bottom, and everyone gives each other space, and yappity doopity da, we run a normal clean race. But that's not Bristol. That's not Bristol. I can have a clean race at Martinsville. I can have a clean race at Richmond. I can have a clean race at Dover. I can have a clean race at Watkins Glen. I can have a clean race at Homestead, Kansas. I can have a clean race at Atlanta. I have a clean race at Talladega. I have a clean race at Phoenix. Bristol's not about clean racing. Bristol's about put the bumper to someone, get them out of the way, move them out the way, and they might get a little mad at you, yada, yada. That's Bristol. That's always been the history of Bristol. That's what I grew up Bristol being. That's what Bristol should be. That's what they market it on the TV. Tell me the last time you've seen a Bristol race where they don't show Tony Stewart throwing the damn helmet. Like, they will show stuff from the early 2000s as well. They will always do it because that's Bristol. What you saw today isn't Bristol. I don't know why. Well, to be fair, I do know why. Why they didn't want the 1-lane dominance. And again, like I said, it's a combination of things. So, do I want Bristol to be 1-lane dominant? Yes. If you make Bristol 1-lane dominant with the situation that we had today or tonight, it'd be really bad. And let me explain that. So, one is the next-gen car. They have to figure this out next season. They have to. The dirty air at the short tracks, whether it be adding more horsepower, taking off the diffuser, whatever it is. But one of the biggest things I think that contributed to tonight's race, in my opinion, why I didn't like it, was Goodyear. Okay, and so there were a lot of tire blowouts. Okay, so I can't even give you guys the right number of names that blew a tire tonight. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but basically all the Penske guys, okay, Cindric, Logano, Blaney, the 21 of Harrison Burton, Christopher Bell, I think, did Bubba Wallace blow a tire? I think Bubba Wallace blew a tire. He blew power steering, actually. Who else blew a tire? Denny Hamlin blew a tire. Blown tires, okay? 7, 8, 9 blown tires, whatever, okay? We're going to say, let's put the blame on the teams for not running the right PSI or whatever. Nah, I don't give a crap, okay? And then we have the tire wear. So you have a tire that doesn't wear. It's a brick. There's no fall off. Nothing. So you could just stay out for 150 laps and be okay. What the hell is this? This is not short track racing at Bristol. This is not what NASCAR is supposed to be at Bristol. It's a combination of things. It's a combination of, for some reason, Bristol, they didn't want to make the bottom lane dominant. Fine. Then you have the next gen car, dirty air worse at short tracks, makes it harder to have a 1-lane track. And then you throw on top of that Goodyear, who brings a horrible, horrible tire. And you know what? I am tired of Goodyear not getting the criticism they deserve sometimes. There's 10 plus blown tires tonight. Now, whether it be, the teams aren't following the guidelines, no, whatever. Get them to follow the guidelines, but then also make a tire that wears. The tire never weared. It never did. It was 100. You could run 150 laps on it. You could run 150 laps on it. It didn't matter. And having no wear in a tire and no fall off does not create solid racing, because everyone just stays stationary. No one goes back. No one goes forward. No one. The car doesn't change handling. It's just the same. Anytime you see a race with no tire wear, the race sucks, because there's no change. Everyone just runs the same, especially when you have a car now where a lot of them is spec. So tonight was just a combination of things that I hated. Like, I hated. This was one of the first times this season that I felt really strongly. I was like, I'm not going to come here and act all positive and be like, oh, it was an elimination race. It was actually really good. No, it was shit. It was not a good race, especially for the Bristol standards. If you want to put this up against any other race, give it like a 7 out of 10. But on Bristol standards, that's a 3 out of 10. Because the Bristol night race is one of the best races of the season, and that was awful in many different ways. So the next time they come around to this track, A, maybe give the teams more practice time. That might be a good thing. And B, make sure you come with a completely different tire, Goodyear. And NASCAR has to work on the next gen car, and then they should really. This is the last part is just my opinion. I can't say like I think that the tire is a definite thing, and the car that has to be a little bit better. As short tracks is a definite thing, but the one that's in my that's mostly my opinion. I'd be okay if it didn't happen, but in my opinion, you have to make Bristol single lane dominant, and that's not a nostalgia thing. We were literally doing it last year, 2 years ago, where they put a bunch of PJ1 grip on the bottom lane and made it as good as it possibly can be for like 450 laps until the top finally came in. But that's old Bristol. It's not even old. That is Bristol. Period. I'm tired of having this debate. It shouldn't be too wide racing. You create this too wide racing, and it might look cool to see a car going on the top and a car going on the bottom, but it just creates boring racing. Creates no drama, creates no tempers. It creates just nothing. Everyone just kind of I'm on the inside. I can't pass. And then, I go like this, and I go like that, and I go like this, and I go like that, and I go like this, and I go like that, and I go like this, and I go like that, and I go like this, and I go like that. There's not even any slide jobs. Like, there's nothing. Like, it's just, that's not what Bristol is. What I saw today is not Bristol. I mean, I'm very confident in knowing what Bristol Motor Speedway is to NASCAR. I've grown up with this sport my whole life. I know it. I've seen the reconfiguration 2008 Bristol. I've seen the 3-wide Bristol. I've seen the top dominant Bristol. I've seen the bottom dominant Bristol. And the Bristol that I know for a fact is the Bristol that most people, including myself, enjoy is bottom lane dominant Bristol, where you can get up to someone's rear end, and you can just move them around, put them a little bump in there, get them a little loose. But you probably couldn't do that with this car. And that's most likely why they didn't do it, which is why I'm understanding it. They didn't do it because the car just, short tracks for some reason can't follow. I don't know why. It's why Martinsville had a bad race in the fall or in the spring this season. And I'm expecting Martinsville to be a little bit of a bore fest again in the fall because for some reason this car doesn't cooperate with short tracks. I don't know. But yeah, I just spent 11 minutes ranting about that. So let's give credit to the race winner, because Chris Buescher becomes your 19th different winner. And to be fair to Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing, it could have been Keselowski, but he blew a tire. And then NASCAR didn't throw a caution. Another thing about tonight that you can easily complain about and criticize is the cautions. Someone would blow a tire, there'd be a caution. Then someone else would blow a tire, same thing, there'd be no caution. So what brought out the caution? What didn't bring out the caution? Just NASCAR just decided to throw out a caution whenever they felt like it for a blown tire. That's it. I mean, they were really inconsistent on it because they probably didn't realize how many blown tires there would be. So after a while, they were probably just like, we're tired of throwing cautions out for blown tires. But then you're not doing your job as race control, because if you throw the caution out for one blown tire, you can't just not throw the caution out for an identical blown tire to someone else. It's not fair. What's the consistency? So like I said, there's a lot of things I can complain about this race, but I can't complain about Chris Buescher because he put in a very, very good performance. So congratulations to Chris Buescher. There's not much more to say. I mean, it was a track position race, but he was fast. Brad Keselowski was fast. Anyone who had track position was fast. I think the fastest cars in the field, to me, it looked like Christopher Bell. It looked like Christopher Bell Bell and Larson, to me, had the best cars in the field. Keselowski was up there as well, blew the tire. Chris Buescher was always hanging around there. He got the lead with a 2-tire call. Again, the tires, they're bricks. Didn't matter. He puts a 2-tire call, clean air, boom, win the race. I mean, no criticism to him or his crew chief. That's how every other tires didn't matter. Should have just stayed out, honestly. So no, seriously, congratulations to him. I think Chase Elliott finished second. I'll show the top 10 right here. But really, the story of tonight's race was Chris Buescher winning the race, Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing getting a win. Huge for the organization, huge for Keselowski, huge for Roush Fenway. Still a kind of like a deep wish of mine one day to see Roush Fenway come back to being like a dominant team. I don't know if it will ever happen. I don't think it will, but I feel like there are other teams that have probably taken their place. But it's more of like a nostalgia trip, seeing the 17 and the 6 perform well and run well. It's something that I like to see. I think for Ford, they could be a team, because you think of Ford and they have Stewart-Haas Racing and they have Penske is probably the lead horses that they got. But the original lead horse was Roush Fenway Racing. And it just always feels kind of bad when they struggle, as they have been for the last however many years. It's been a very long time now. So really credit to them for doing really well. But that's the story of the race. The story of the race is that the story of the race is all the issues, like all the issues, whether it was a full moon night, whatever. I didn't even talk about the Gibbs cars. Truex, Ty Gibbs, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, all had problems. Christopher Bell blew a tire, but the other 5 of basically the Gibbs cars, including the 2, 23XI cars, power steering issues. Kyle Busch with a blown engine, he misses out because of that, which is 2 blown engines in 3 races, which is absolutely stupid. Like that should never happen. You should never have 2 blown, especially in 2022 NASCAR. Like if it was 2002, like maybe fine, understandable. Mechanicals are more popular back then, but in 2022 to have 2 blown engines, like usually having 2 blown engines in a season is not normal anymore. To have 2 blown engines in 3 races in the same round is horrible to the same driver. Horrible. So that's why Kyle Busch misses out on the playoffs. I don't think he honestly cares. He's just ready to move on from JGR. He just seems sick of them. And that is what it is. And yeah, so that was the story of the race. The story of the race was mistakes, chaos, and just the racing. To me, I don't know how you guys felt, but to me, it was not Bristol. I did not enjoy it. Not very fun. I've enjoyed most of the season. I did not enjoy this one. That's just how I feel about it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm going to end it there because I know I need to get this out soon, whether it be before midnight or whenever. I don't know whenever you guys are watching this. But take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So next up is Texas, Talladega, the Roval. It's just so 3 chaotic tracks. Texas is just terrible. Talladega and the Roval are just chaotic. So I don't know what's going to happen in the next round. And plus the points are so tight too. So I don't know what's going to happen. But take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. Comment down below. Subscribe for new. Click in the description for the giveaway as well for the VIP passes for Talladega. Thank you to 0FG Energy as well for that. Again, so make sure you try to enter that and try to win some VIP passes. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.